Ever since the release of Overwatch 2, Blizzard has taken it upon themselves to create the best of the best when it comes to skins, usually, in the form of the slightly rare and very expensive Mythic skins. These skins range from absolute masterpieces to, well, a skin, technically. And today, I'm going to be ranking all of them to find out which Mythic skin is the best of the lot, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please leave a sub. I'm trying to reach 2K by the end of the year, so it would really help me out a bunch. And let's get into it. Disclaimer, all the opinions you're about to hear are in fact opinions. Don't get offended by them like this guy. Okay, now we got some pretty interesting, very normal names. God tier, Majestic, we got that, hey, that's pretty good. And get the fuck out. Up first, we have the Genji skin. The first skin's pretty basic, not gonna lie. Could run for like some kind of legendary, maybe epic skin. But level 2, that's not level 2. But level 3 is where it starts to get a bit interesting. I like the patterns on his arms here. His armor just works so well together. The colors in this one are nice as well. But it's still not getting to that like insanely good level of skin yet. Level 4, I actually probably don't even like as much as level 3, to be honest. I mean, the pants definitely got an upgrade, you know, from going bland to actually green, and it's like a full body legendary now. And I like these flowers on the sword. Oh, and the hair turns green as well. I didn't even notice that. I quite like this level, but my favorite level isn't even this one, even though a lot of people love this. It is the gilded version of the skin, because boy, oh, does that look clean. It's just something about ninjas in like black and gold that just looks so clean, especially with the gray hair. Because of this one, like, I would be so happy if I got the skin, because I'd be able to wear this kind of skin. Obviously, it does cost an extra 20, and it is slightly annoying that you need to pay about 100 of this currency to get to this point. But I still think it's worth it because of how good this skin looks. So the first one, Genji, is going in Majestic. I would put him in God tier if more of his skins were great, but I think just because only one of them is amazing, I'm just going to put him in Majestic for now. Now we've got the only actual Mythic skin that I've ever owned. I don't own it on this account, but I did own it on my PS account before I switched to PC. It's not because it's my favorite Mythic skin, but it's probably just because it's one of the only characters that I played the most out of the ones that were available at the time. But I still do love this skin. I think the base level is very good. I like the color coordination, hair, the electricity just looks, it goes so well with the skin. The composition of it all just works really well, but it only gets better from here. Level 2, practically the same, just less armor for the dweebs. I don't actually like the colors in this one as much as the first one. I think if they stuck with the red or stuck with the purple throughout the entire thing, it would have looked amazing. I do like the hair, but it's not as cohesive. So I lied when I said that it gets better as it goes along, but you know, it's fine, just ignore that. Level 4 is nice. This is the one that I always rocked when I got it. Again, they got a cohesive color throughout the entire thing. They added in a bit of green to add some contrast, but it isn't insanely contrasting like level 3, where you got like literally split down the middle. And these ones at the end, I don't actually mind it. Again, this one looking great. Not as good as the Genji one looked, to be honest. I like this one, but it just kind of from behind looks like a grown woman dressing up in like a kid's outfit, you know? I think the best level for me is probably level 4, and this isn't insane, but I still like it. And obviously I bought the skin, so she's gonna go in. Hey, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna say that every time, I swear. Okay, now we got Kiri with the Jesus Christ, that hair. I like the eyes. I think a lot of Kiri skins look good, to be honest. And this one's just very busy. I don't know. Colors are probably better on this one, more cohesive, I guess. It doesn't scream Mythic skin for me though. Like maybe legendary. And then yeah, when you get to this level, then it screams Mythic, because you got like a bit more creativity in how the hair works. Bit less, I think it looks a bit less busy than the other ones. Yeah, because the headpiece is more simple. And the daggers look really nice as well, I will say. Then when we go to here, I don't love that. And yeah, gilded looks good as always. Bro, gilded is just like the go-to color scheme to go with. I'm gonna be so for real. But if we're looking at level 4, I like the creativity with the hair. It's probably boosted it up from these kind of levels. But because the first few aren't amazing, I probably shouldn't be too critical as the first few though, because it's supposed to get better as it goes along. And this does look nice, to be fair. I'm trying to ignore my bias of not playing a few of these characters, because I don't play Kiri, so I wouldn't buy the skin, but I do like it. Is it on the same level as Genji? Not sure, to be honest. I think the creative hair bumps it up. I'm gonna put it on the same level as Genji, but behind him. I still think it's a very good skin, and you know, I'm sure Kiri players will be very happy with how the skin came out. Now we got one of my personal faves, Sigma. His base skin is already looking insane. This galaxy looking thing at the back is just so nice. I don't know, he's just got this kind of grand feel to him with the shoulder blades and how the armor looks and everything. Obviously the color isn't really there right now, but it just gives off. Look at this head as well. Of course, this crown, just the eyes, it screams Mythic skin. Obviously these are quite basic right now. I'm sure they'll get better as you go along, but this is a very good base skin to get. Level 2 is even better. You got the spikes, the crown gets bigger and looks more like a crown, but nothing really changes in the color scheme. This, oh my god, the fact that this changes every time is a nice touch as well. It's changed into like a captain's hat now, and I love the color scheme on this one. It makes the galaxy thing look a lot better as well because it's in natural colors. But the purple, and there's just enough red on the side to make it, you know, pop out, especially on the collar as well. I just really like how the purple and the blue flows between the armor. This is a clean skin and we're already at level 3. Level 4, I like the color scheme. It definitely kicks out more. I'm probably a bit more of a fan of level 3. Actually, I don't know, because this one definitely pops out more, but I'm not sure it's better. This one just looks, it's very busy, but it looks nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best iridescent one I've seen. And gilded isn't actually as good as I thought it was gonna be. Still very clean though. And oh yeah, the spikes have changed. Was that? Yeah, that came with level 4, I think. Yeah, it came with level 4. Yeah, I think I like this level 4 more than level 3 then, especially because of the orbs. And if you couldn't already tell by the tone of my voice, he is going in gold tier. My god, I don't play this character enough, but I love his mythic skin. Next up, we got Tracer. And Tracer's a nice one. I think, you know, with the characters that are a bit smaller, it's kind of hard to make mythic skins because you got less of a palette to work with, but they did this well. You know, you got a lot of characteristics with the crown, the elf ears. I like the weapons at the start as well, because a couple of the weapons for the level 1 on the other mythic skins were a bit bland, but this one sticks out really nicely. And I just like the general composition of the armor. Obviously, it isn't anything crazy, but I do like this as a base level. It definitely could be in gold tier. The next few are amazing. I like the hood on this one. Not much changes, obviously, and nothing really changes from level 1 to 2, to be fair, but I think this is a good step up. Level 3 is basically just the same thing, but with different color. 4 looks nice, you know. I like the kind of twirling flames coming out the chest, and the color scheme works really, really well together. The feathers on the helmet look nice, and this nice like cape that comes around the back is very elegant as well, but still fits the sleek aspect of the character. And then with aspect, again, god, I don't like this. This iridescent is so busy, man. And gilded looks nice, to be honest. I wish they kept some of it more white, like these kind of like feathers, you know, just makes it look more natural and probably pops out a bit more, but I like it as is. Because of those little things, I'm gonna be very critical with this stuff, like not keeping these kind of white. This is such an odd color as well. It doesn't really match any of the other colors of the outfit. So Tracer can go in Majestic, I'll say. I told you it was going to be hard to rank any of them low. They're all just such good skins. I will say, if there's one thing that Overwatch knows how to do well, it's their mythic skins. And I think that is the only thing they know how to do well. Ana. Ana's a classic one. Anyone who has like a support mythic usually goes for Ana. It is just like, from the bat, insanely good looking skin. The fact they just completely jumped the gun and made her an Omnic was just such a good decision. The color scheme off the rip is so nice, and I see so many people rocking this level because they don't even need to get any of the higher ups. Speaking of though, yeah, level 2 is a bit more threatening, I'm not gonna lie. I think I prefer level 1 as a design. Level 3, like, look, they're all so different. Like, you get so much for your money with this. Like, look at all 3 of those designs. They're so different. This looks a bit more like a Zenyatta face. And to be honest, I probably prefer level 1 compared to the others. I don't like level 2 that much, but I just like how they're all so different, you know, you're getting your money's worth. Level 4 is pretty much the same as level 3, but you got a different color scheme. I like the kind of Medusa looking hairstyle, and the gun looks really nice, to be honest. Don't actually mind the iridescent style. It's not too busy because a lot of her stuff is matte clothing, and gilded looks nice. You've got like more honey kind of yellow looking colors on the cape rather than just gold throughout the entire thing, which is really nice. But like, I'm probably gonna put it high up just because of level 1, to be honest. I like that you get your money's worth, and like, if you're buying this skin, if you're getting it all the way up to the top, you're gonna like one of these 3 styles. And for me, I like level 1 a lot, and I like the range you get. So for me, she's gonna go in gold tier. Next up, we got Hanzo, which is a classic, to be honest. I like the skin because they were very creative with how they made like the body and everything, but with the fact that you can see through it and you see like the fire burning through the cracks in his skin, and you got those same kind of effects on his bow, which looks majestic, by the way. It's busy, but at the same time, everything works together. Like, everything stands out because they're all got different colors, but it's not too busy at the same time. Level 2 is nice, just the red flame. I prefer level 1, to be honest. Level 3 is interesting, but I think a lot of people probably wouldn't like this because it feels a lot more bland than the first two. I like the subtle green glow coming at the middle that makes it look a bit more interesting, but it just kind of looks like it's got the life sucked out of it, to be honest. Ooh, this is a nice iridescent skin. I actually prefer this one, you know? Oh, and Gilded looks nice as well. Oh, and wait, oh, so this is the, yeah, this is what the bow turned out to be from level 3, going from level 2 to level 3. I honestly kind of like the level 2 design, to be honest. I understand level 3 is a bit more unique. I don't know. I think it goes a bit better. This is a really nice iridescent style, though. God, I'm going to have to move some of these around, aren't I? I think level 3 is a bit weak, and level 2 is just kind of a copy. You don't have as much you don't have as many options as some of the other mythic skins, so it isn't going to go in god tier. But again, I don't know why they slap so hard with some of the level 1 skins. So he is also going to go on majestic. You know, in hindsight, I'm probably going to move Queen down there. And since I was so unsure on Kiri, I basically only put her up there because of the fox hair that was behind her head. She is going to be moved down to the middle layer. I think that's a bit more fair in my mind. Next, we got Orisa, which is, well, it's Orisa. It's kind of all I can say about it, to be honest. I don't like the level 1 in this. It's just the colors are so matte. They just look so kind of dull and boring. And even when you get to like level 2, obviously the colors punch more, but I don't like this design, to be honest. It's way too slim in the hips there and here. The only thing it really has going for it is kind of these flares coming at the ribcage, which is kind of a nice touch, but it doesn't really feel like a legendary skin. This is one of the worst level 3s. I don't mind the color scheme, but at the same time, these are really desaturated. It just doesn't look like a grand mythic skin that you'd expect. And then level 4 regains some points, but it's still not amazing. There's not much contrast in the color. I do like the brightness, but it just doesn't, there's not much variation from the first 3 levels, to be honest. They all just look relatively similar. The gun does change to have these kind of spikes coming out the side of it, which is nice, but then again, all the guns get updated when they get to level 4. Iridescent doesn't look nice. Gilded doesn't look as good as it should do, to be honest. Don't know why they added in like this kind of red color. It kind of messes with the middle bit. So she is going to be the first to enter the get out section because she actually needs to leave. Her character and her skin. Now we got Moira, which is annoying because I don't like Moira as a character, but I think her mythic skin was very good. I don't love the color scheme in the first one, but the design is just crisp, and you'll see what I mean when I say I love this skin in the later levels. This one's nice. I like the face that they've given her. The color scheme's really nice, and it just works really well. The cracks through the design that make it look like an old statue, it's just really nice. And the black flames coming out of her eyes, rising up from the center, it's such a crisp design. Get to level 3, you've got, again, another really, really nice design, but instead of the cement looking skin, you've now got this kind of veiny, kind of weird skin looking texture, but somehow it still plays off really well. The gradient that goes up the side of these like wing type things just works really well with the design. And level 4 is just so clean. Everything's matte, but you've got these like really, really nice turquoisey blue lines that go through the middle of it with the subtle purple. Just works so well. Iridescent, not amazing, but you know how I don't like that. And Gilded is clean on this skin. It's a contest between level 4 and Gilded for me, because this design is just so nice. They didn't really do much with the texture, but the patterns and the way that everything just works together is so nice. Like I said, I don't enjoy doing this because I don't like the character, but she is going in god tier. Now we got Mercy, which is a nice design, to be honest. I like her wings the most, but the actual body is kind of basic from level 1. Level 2 is quite different. The hair's different, the color scheme's different. Wait, is that? No, the jacket's still from level 1, yeah. I think it's clean, but it's not insane. Level 3, nice. She got the new glasses. The wings still look nice. You got like these electrical impulses going in between them. I wish they changed the color of the jacket as you go through them. Oh, right. So the first one's white. I don't like this kind of brown going over the top, though. Last one's nice, though. You got this kind of skull mask, which looks really nice. I like the gradients. It's a nice color scheme, to be honest, and it works really well over like the white and the black. Oh, and they changed the color of the jacket as well. Iridescent. Gilded is, god, that is a lot of gold. I mean, it's nice, it's a bit over the top, but I think level 4 is probably the best design. Overall, this is a pretty good mythic, but I didn't say it's like insane or anything. I'm sure Mercy fans were happy when they got it, but I don't think they'd be ecstatic, so I'm gonna put it in the middle. Ashe. Now, Ashe is a double whammy because she also gets Bob, so this is probably gonna be easier for her to do well in. Even just looking at the skin design, she looks pretty good already. I like the horns here. Bob's got a nice monster type thing coming out of his chest. Looks like Mordo or whatever he's called from Quantumania. But for a level 1, this design's really nice. Level 2, ooh, she's got the metallic face. No, did anything change between Bob? No, I'm pretty sure he's the same. Nothing really changed with him. Oh, it's just the helmet though. I like this addition, to be honest. It's subtle, but it's nice. And oh, I forgot to say as well, the gun looks really nice. Level 3 is... Jesus Christ, what is this color scheme? I don't like this. They went too dark with the green or something. And the pink just really doesn't go with it. I don't like, there's too much going on here. Level 4, again, a lot going on. I don't know what these stripes are across her cheek. Why is she so goddamn pale? What the fuck? Final level, that looks horrific. Bob looks even more horrific, goddamn. Gilded. Yeah, no, I don't like this. Gilded's just way too busy. There's everything about this is just too busy, to be honest. I think the first iteration of the skin is alright, but it just kind of goes downhill from there, so I'm going to put her in air. Reaper. Now, a lot of people disagree with me, but I don't like this base skin because I just think it's too basic. People like the fact that he was changed into something other than his, like, ghost form, but I think this was kind of cheap to do as, like, the base level of a mythic skin. Level 2 is just the worst color scheme I've ever seen, to be honest. Gold is just so matte, it doesn't pop out, and the red is not nice, especially with this kind of like green eyes and the gemstone at the top. Level 3 makes up for itself a bit. It still doesn't really look like a mythic skin to me. This mask looks nice covering the rest of his face, and the color scheme is actually alright, but it still doesn't look insane. Level 4, god, that is horrific. I like the swirls around the back. This definitely brings it up another level. The face is creeping me out a lot, to be honest, which is not making me fall in love with it, but I will say it is a very sick design. This kind of feels like it's flowing away from the character a bit too much, but it goes well with it, to be honest. Oh, that is the cleanest iridescent skin I've seen this entire recording. That is nice. Gilded works well. I like the divots in the middle here. Creates some good contrast. That face is still creeping the shit out of me, but I think Gilded works pretty well, to be honest. I think the level 4 skin kind of saves this one, to be honest, especially this iridescent version. If I was just basing it off of skins 1 to 3, it would be going down here, but I feel like I can't move it higher than this just based off of the level 4 skin. Say that again. You know, it's my own video. I'm just gonna put it level 4. I really like those mythic skins, so it can go up there. Now we've got the very PG looking Widow skin. Right off the bat, I'm loving the gun. I am not loving the mythic skin. This looks incredibly mid for a mythic skin. Level 2 is better. The hat looks okay, but again, still doesn't scream mythic skin. Level 3, she has a bigger hat now, and I think, did she add the, yeah, no, she added the wings. Wings look quite nice, to be honest, but I don't really like how it's going with the rest of the outfit. It's cool how it comes out from the collar though, and then kind of comes back around into the cape wings. Tights get a little pattern to it. The hat is long as hell. What the hell? Got jiggle physics. Now we go to the all-important level 4, which I quite like, to be honest. The glitter is quite nice, but the fire looks kind of cheap. I don't know why. It's a nice touch, but I think it could have been pulled off a bit better. Iridescent style does make the flames look a bit better, to be fair. And Gilded is probably... yeah, Gilded's probably my favorite version of the skin, but again, I just don't like the composition of it all, and they were definitely trying to sell a lot with the length of the skirt, so she can go all the way down in air. Now we got Ryan. This is an amazing skin for the level 1. I'm not in love with the red beard. I see what they were trying to do with it, but I think my favorite part about it has to be these kind of like these goats on the shoulder pads with the horns coming around. The overall design is very clean with these kind of patterns on the side here and the Nordic writing going around his collar. It's just nice tattoos here as well. It goes really well. So yeah, this is a very good level 1 skin. Level 2 is probably the biggest contrast we've seen between the first 2 levels. And I gotta say, compared to the first one, he's got me feeling some kind of way. I much prefer the beard in this one. The hair looks majestic. The eyes are nice. The color coordination. The hammer looks really nice as well. I think, yeah, there's a little... I think it's supposed to be like ice or something, or it just really looks... yeah, I think it's supposed to be ice. You can tell from the glisten off the side of it. You had to see more of his tats coming down the side of here as well. It's probably why they removed the middle section, to be honest. Oh my god, what monster is he hiding behind that thing? Yeah, no, this skin just works together really well overall. And this is only at level 2, so... again, very big switch up for level 3. You're getting your money's worth here. Even though it's the same kind of design, you've got very different armor, very different color scheme, very different helmet. And it works together, again, really, really well. I think like I said at the beginning of the video, it's easier to make a good Mythic skin when you got more of a palette, but you still got to credit them for making really, really good skins. Oh, and I didn't even realize the color scheme for this one is like, it's the German flag, because that's where he's from. Ooh, this is basically the same design as the previous one, but just turned up to the max. You got the electricity spikes somehow coming out of fire. I'm not going to question the physics of that. And all the metal parts, all the horns, and now glowing red. God, that looks majestic. Oh, and the cape on the back with the patterns as well looks really nice. This just works together really well. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it isn't insanely busy. Jesus Christ. I'm not sure how to feel about this one. It's very bright, and I like the helmet and the horns, but it's a lot. I don't think I'd really wear this if I was in a game. Be spotted very easily, that's for sure, but I think it still works really well. And gilded is clean. This is like King of Asgard kind of skin. I think overall, all of these skins together, they just work so well. And each one of them, especially from level 2 to level 3, the jump is insane. And level 1 is still a very, very good skin. So I'm going to put the Thor skin up in God tier. Now we got Zen. Zen's got a nice base design, to be honest. I like the orbs. They're a lot more different from the usual circular ones, and for some reason he has a tail, but I'm not going to question that. I think the best part of this design, to be honest, is probably the head. Kind of looks a bit like a lion's mane going on behind there with like the jelly kind looking things. The face design is really nice, and I like the orbs around his neck. The rest of it's kind of, it's nice, but it's not amazing. Level 2 is very different from the face design, and I don't mind the color scheme, but there's not a lot of contrast going on. It feels kind of bland. Level 3 is where things get a bit more interesting. I really like this combination. This kind of looks like the same color coordination as the Thor level 1 skin, and the white hair works really, really well with it. Oh, and you've also got like these tassels coming off the side, which weren't in the level 2 skin, which I think work quite well, to be honest, especially with the things coming around here. Wait, these are in level 2 as well. No, they're not. Yeah, so these are all added. Oh, and the shoulder blades as well. So all of these like white stripes have been added in for level 3, which is quite a big jump for level 3, to be honest. I quite like this design. Level 4 is kind of more of the same, but now he's Jesus Christ. Eyes are a bit more creepy, but you know, I get it. Oh, they've color coordinated the ribbons now as well. So it's Rainbow Road. It's okay, but I feel like it's a bit busy. There's not a lot of space to work with on this character, and they've just kind of compact it all together. Ooh, this is actually quite a nice design because you don't have too much of the sparkles going along, and the sphere around his head looks a lot better. Gilded's alright as well. Again, still feels a bit busy, but I like these kind of chords bringing out the honey yellow, and the orb behind his head kind of looks a bit like a black hole, but it still looks nice. I think this one's a nice skin, and it's got a lot of different variations, but I probably wouldn't buy it. It's not the best, so I'll put it in the middle section. And now we're on to the final skin. The new Mythic introduced this season, Diva. This one is a lot to take in, to be honest, but I do like how they pulled it off. It's very easy with this kind of skin to make it way too busy, but they've done it well, and I like the design on the front here as well. For some reason, her colors don't really match the mech design. I mean, they kind of do, but not an insane amount. It definitely looks like a level 1 Mythic skin, so it's a decent start. Level 2, did she get that's new hair? Yeah, no, so they gave her a new hairstyle. This one feels busy, actually. This one feels a lot more busy than the previous one. I think it might be because they've got a lot more of a mix of colors. I don't actually really like how many colors are on. You got the yellow, the red, the gold, the white. There's just a lot going on in this, to be honest. And you've even got a bit like turquoisey blue as well. Not the best level 2 skin. And level 3, she's got a cool mask, I guess, but it's kind of more of the same. Wait, is this? Oh, the arch on the top and these kind of flares coming out the side look different from level 2, but I still don't love it. This kind of looks a bit bland, and these flames just don't really look like, unless they're not supposed to be flames. I still don't love them either way. It's a bit more of the same, to be honest. I think they didn't really step it up much from level 1. How well this does is basically all up to level 4 now. Oh. Well, that was underwhelming. You basically just got some physics effects and was that a question mark? I think that's a question mark. I do not like this. You know, it was already very, very busy, and then they added in these flames, which are very underwhelming to begin with, and didn't really add much. If anything, kind of made it slightly worse compared to the previous design. Final one is, why does the iridescent look like that? That doesn't even look like iridescent. It's like dark purple design. I mean, the gun looks cool with these kind of like water droplet designs, but I don't love it. And gilded is kind of boring.
There's a lot of matte black going on, but it doesn't look that kind of aesthetically pleasing. Lots of oranges added into this as well, less gold to be honest. It's a very meh design, so I'm probably going to put it down here. There we have it. That makes up my mythic skin tier list. Let me know down in the comments if you guys agree with this tier list or if you changed some of the stuff around. I'm sure I've made at least 1 or 2 of you angry with my decisions in this video, but this is just my opinion, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon.